Hello everyone, welcome back to the Trump Tarot Health Watch. This one's for Friday, August 1st. Happy Friday. Happy August. What's coming up for this guy? Oops. Out of balance, holding on for dear life. Okay. Right there. Oh my God. 5 times in 1 week? Or are we up to number 6? Let me bring the camera down a little, or the lens down. There we go. Okay. So, temperance. Reversed. Incorrect dosage with meds, drug interactions, needs rest but doesn't get it, won't take it, blood sugar problems, homeostasis is off, endocrine system is off, he's moving too fast, maybe there's fever, gout problems. It's my card for a grave illness, and sometimes it's a blood transfusion. I mean, look at the red wings and the cups, something has to go back in. Okay. Biggest challenge for the day when it comes to health is a stroke. At the least, losing more hair that he's just really bothered by. Problems with his eyes and his head and his neck. Inflammation. High blood pressure. Wow. Okay. In the morning, is he done? Can he just be done? Well, maybe he has to do one more event, and it has to do with Mar-a-Lago. Or, I don't know. I mean, Lori over the Way of Positive Change. Hey, Lori, if you're watching. Oh, and to all the kitties, and for Zinny Cat. Hello. She sees the Four of Wands brilliantly as a skiff. So maybe he does have to go into a skiff in the morning for some reason or another. I don't know, actually. And I'm trying to focus on just the health, so I really should just go with that. But it's always good to say hi to Lori anyway. So because it's Saturn, Saturn constricts and Sag, that it could be hip problems with him, issues with his joints. Sag also brings in liver, blood sugar problems maybe. And then the Four of Wands, the only thing with this card to remember is that, it's not reversed, so I can't say something's canceled or there's, someone leaving or whatever. It's usually a card of, when it's upright, events. Then, like people getting together. So to me it's my Mar-a-Lago card, but he's not feeling so good getting there. It's hard for him to even get ready to get there. If it's not Mar-a-Lago, it would be one of his other, like Bedminster or Doral. And if it's nothing about that, then it's just health. And when it comes to health with this card, the only thing to remember is that bad eating habits cause problems. So, Midday. Whoa. Okay. Well, these 2 cards are not reversed, but wow. So far we have 3 majors. Woo. Okay. Something comes full circle. We do have, Saturn here. Something's complete. he's accomplished. It is a travel card, so maybe maybe something happens during a travel situation, because the sun can reveal, but the sun is also our card for, health, his heart, solar plexus, third chakra, maybe the main message here is that there's travel, and he's seen as somebody who's really ill. Everybody's talking about that on the news. Even the newscasters nowadays I don't know, you wouldn't say the newscaster, the person who's getting the film. What do you help me out with that, you guys? the videographer who's like at the press, he's the press videographer. Those people, it could be a woman, they are filming, they're getting close-ups of his ankles and his hands because he keeps being so bruised up. So there's that. Seeing that when he's out about traveling, yeah, he can look like the successful guy going off to, and how much did his trip to Scotland cost so that he could do a ribbon cutting ceremony and open his golf course there? How much did that cost the taxpayers? One post I saw said, from a reputable source, that it was $12 million. But is that a day or for the whole trip? Because we know he charges his Secret Service agents for staying wherever they go with him. Maybe something comes out about that. Maybe something is revealed about that. And maybe he just kind of has a good day, but something, traveling. And then again, here we are with the Ten of Swords reversed, Mercury in Virgo, and oh my goodness, yeah, and the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So with the Ten of Swords, when it comes to reversed, well, either way, upright or reversed, we're talking about his mind going blank, nerves, upper body problems, pulmonary lung problems. This is also a card for seizures. So we have two cards for strokes and seizure, blood transfusion, or just a grave illness that contributes to blowing the head gasket. What else? When this card comes to reversed, if we're not looking at health, it's accidents with sharp objects sometimes, like how I hurt my thumb, but maybe it's from a nurse, because with the Nine of Pentacles reversed over here, this could be an allergic reaction to a prescription, and there's a need to do a blood transfusion or need to get something in him. There's also the possibility of a hospital stay. This card also rules the thyroid, because Venus and Virgo there. Yeah. But now, if we venture out, just for you guys that are learning the meanings of the cards, when the Nine of Pentacles comes through reversed, we're looking at somebody who's, sometimes just a workaholic, but other times it's people who are just really reckless with their spending habits, and then they go into debt, and it's because they want all that external validation to look like they're rich and wealthy. That's him. That's for sure him. But it's also a card of a lack of independence. Shady investments, a lack of independence, moving around physically. Okay. Later in the evening, somebody brings him pills. And with that's with the Ace of Pentacles. That's the only way I can read that. Something physical to, here you go. And Five of Pentacles, it's related to his health. um, mental problems, but also maybe he's needing something to sleep because he's feeling rejected and left out, or he gets up and does a handful of blow because maybe he's got something planned for the next day. I don't know. Or this is in the middle of the night because he can't go back to sleep. Might as well just get something done and, okay, but I gotta have my stuff. Right? I mean, remember, Elon goes around with that like 20 different types of drugs, and they weren't medicines, they were recreational drugs. And you can bet that he taught Trump some of his tricks. And Trump already had his own, I mean, all his life he's been snorting Adderall. So, yeah. And who knows what he needs at night to get to sleep. But these are not sleepy time cards here at all. This is possibly financial loss that keeps him awake, drugs that keep him awake or bring him awake. Yeah, feeling left out, isolated. Okay, let's see what was at the bottom for the foundation for the day. Okay, Queen of Wands and Eight of Wands. That's interesting, and they're both upright. Okay, so the Queen of Wands, it could be somebody who's helpful to him. Yeah, it's not reversed, so I can't say, terribly seductive, because, and like, who would even want to anymore with that guy? It's crazy. Sometimes this card relates to, with health, it relates to, because, it's a lot of fire energy. It relates to rashes on the face. The Eight of Wands is usually just a lot of news hitting the ground. When it comes to health, it kind of needs to slow down, but it's something that goes really fast. And it could be on another level too. Both of these cards have to do with air travel. So if it's not Mar-a-Lago or Doral or Bedminster, and he could be traveling with a fire sign woman, which could be Christy Nome, because she's a Sag. I doubt he's hanging out with Tulsi Gabbard, but maybe. Oh, we'd love it if it's Jasmine Crockett just busting his ass again, because she does that, and that news goes far and wide usually. She's an Aries. So, okay, anyway. There is the travel. It looks like a travel day for the weekend for him. What else? That Eight of Wands when it comes to health. Just needing to slow down. It could be a headache. Could be breathing problems. It could be falling down. Maybe he gets distracted by a beautiful woman and falls down. Trips. Wouldn't that be great? Oh my God. Okay, that's it. I'll be back later. Bye.